8 mind-blowing facts about ancient Egypt. When we think of ancient Egypt, most people immediately picture grand pyramids, the enigmatic Sphinx, and the golden treasures of King Tutankhamun. But beyond these famous landmarks, Egypt's history is filled with extraordinary stories, mind-boggling inventions, and mysterious practices. Let's dive into 8 crazy facts about ancient Egypt that might just blow your mind. 1. The mysterious origins of the pyramids. Everyone knows about the pyramids, but did you know the Egyptians built them with mathematical precision that still puzzles modern engineers? The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, is aligned with the cardinal points of the compass almost perfectly. But here's where it gets weirder. Some researchers believe the pyramid's dimensions are linked to the circumference of the Earth. How did ancient builders manage such precise measurements thousands of years ago, long before modern technology? While many still credit this achievement to brilliant ancient engineers, conspiracy theories abound, including ideas that extraterrestrial beings or lost civilizations might have had a hand in their construction. Whatever the truth is, the pyramids remain a testament to human ingenuity, and possibly more. 2. Pharaohs wore fake beards, even the women. It wasn't just male pharaohs who donned the iconic ceremonial beard. Some female rulers did too. One famous example is Queen Hatshepsut, one of Egypt's most successful female pharaohs. To reinforce her position as a legitimate ruler in a male-dominated society, Hatshepsut adopted male symbols of kingship, including wearing a fake beard. This beard was more than a fashion statement. It was a sacred sign of divinity and power, linking the pharaohs to the gods. The fact that even women were willing to grow or strap on a beard for political power shows just how much image and symbolism mattered in ancient Egypt. Factor 3. Cats were sacred and venerated like gods. The Egyptians' love for cats is legendary, and it goes far beyond what we experience with our feline friends today. In ancient Egypt, cats were considered to be magical creatures, believed to bring good fortune to the household. The goddess Bastet, often depicted as a lioness or with the head of a cat, was associated with protection, fertility, and motherhood. Killing a cat, even accidentally, was punishable by death. They were so revered that when a cat died, the entire family would go into mourning, sometimes even shaving their eyebrows to show their grief. Cats were also mummified, just like humans, and buried with their owners to accompany them into the afterlife. 4. They had advanced medical knowledge and strange practices. Ancient Egyptians were pioneers in the field of medicine, with a surprisingly advanced understanding of anatomy, surgery, and disease. They performed operations and treated broken bones, and their medical papyri detailed treatments for a wide range of ailments. However, not all of their methods would pass muster today. For instance, they believed that applying crocodile dung as a contraceptive was effective. Yes, you read that right. Crocodile dung. They also used honey as an antiseptic, which actually works. But the weirdness of some of their practices has definitely stood the test of time. Nonetheless, their medical knowledge was impressive, and they even performed surgeries with copper tools long before other civilizations caught on. 5. The afterlife was everything, but you had to pass the test. To the ancient Egyptians, life on Earth was just the beginning. The real adventure started in the afterlife, but getting there wasn't as simple as just dying. The journey to the afterlife was filled with trials, including the famous weighing of the heart ceremony. The deceased's heart was weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice. If the heart was heavier, burdened by sin, it would be devoured by a terrifying creature called Amit, a combination of a lion, hippo, and crocodile. However, if the heart was lighter than the feather, the soul could enter the field of reeds, a paradise where they could live in peace for eternity. Egyptian tombs were filled with spells and instructions from the Book of the Dead to help the deceased navigate this treacherous journey. 6. They built the first police force, with dogs and monkeys. While most people think of the Egyptian military or Pharaoh's guards, few know that ancient Egypt developed one of the first known police forces in history. These officers were tasked with protecting tombs, markets, and royal households, and they had some rather interesting partners in crime fighting, dogs and monkeys. Ancient art depicts these animals wearing collars and accompanying the police on patrol. They were trained to assist in catching criminals and even worked to maintain order during public events. Monkeys, being quick and nimble, were perfect for retrieving stolen goods or climbing through narrow spaces. Egypt's use of animals in policing demonstrates their innovative approach to law and order. 7. Mummification. Wasn't just for humans. Animals were mummified, too. We often associate mummies with human pharaohs and elite individuals, but Egyptians also mummified a variety of animals. Cats, dogs, birds, and even crocodiles were all preserved in this elaborate ritual. Some were mummified because they were beloved pets, while others were offered as sacrifices to the gods. At the catacombs of Saqqara, archaeologists have found millions of mummified animals, particularly cats, that were likely offerings to Bastet. There are also entire cemeteries dedicated to the mummification of sacred animals, showing how integral these creatures were to Egyptian religious life. They believed that animals had souls and could accompany humans in the afterlife or serve as messengers to the gods. 8. Cleopatra. Wasn't Egyptian, and she wasn't the first Cleopatra. Either one of the most famous figures in Egyptian history, Cleopatra VII, was actually of Greek descent. She was the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, which was established after Alexander the Great's conquest. Despite being a Greek-speaking Macedonian, Cleopatra embraced many Egyptian customs and was even the first of her dynasty to learn the Egyptian language. And no, she wasn't the first Cleopatra. She was the 7th. The Cleopatra most of us know from history and movies was a highly educated and politically shrewd leader, often remembered for her relationships with Roman rulers Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. But beyond the romance, she was a fiercely intelligent woman who knew how to navigate the treacherous waters of power during one of Egypt's most turbulent times. Conclusion. Ancient Egypt is full of surprises, from their advanced knowledge of the stars to their deep reverence for the animal kingdom. Whether it's their astonishing architectural feats, mysterious burial practices, or the power wielded by their iconic rulers, the legacy of ancient Egypt continues to captivate the world. These 8 crazy facts are just the tip of the iceberg. There are still countless mysteries waiting to be uncovered in the land of the pharaohs.